Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel Prince Automation Destination. This is Prince. So today, as part of our interview programs, the Test Automation Engineers series, let us discuss our third program. So what we need to find out, let us try to understand the problem statement. So we need to find out the balanced parenthesis. This is one of the most widely asked interview question in the market and is very tricky as well, right? So we will be having one string which will be containing multiple open and close braces. We need to verify whether these are balanced parentheses or not. So what do you mean by balanced parentheses? Let us try to understand. So for example, we have one brace which is starting at first place, so it should end at last place. So for example, if I take this example here, at first place we have curly brace, so at last we should have curly brace. So at second we have this particular brace, so at second last place we should have closing brace, right? Similarly, at third place we have square opening bracket, so at fourth at third last place we should have closing this square bracket, right? So this is the balanced parenthesis example, right? So if I take an example of second string, in this case this particular string is starting with this particular open brace, right? But it is ending with curly brace. That's why this is not a balanced parenthesis, right? And if I take an example of this particular string is starting with a square brace itself. That's why this is also not a balanced parenthesis. So the first requirement is it should start with open brace, right? Now let us try to solve this, right? So to solve this, I have already created one sample class, right? Now what we are going to do, we are simply going to convert this into char array. Why we need to convert this into char array? Because we need to check each of the brace, right? So for that purpose, we need to convert this into char array. And now let us store this into char array, right? And now let us traverse this, right? So for chars and ch, right? And now we are going to use stack collection, right? You will get to know why we are using a stack, right? And in case you are not aware what is stack, I have already created a video on stack, so please do check out the same in my Java collection series. I'll be sharing the link of same in icon. Now let us create one stack. So as we have character, so let us create stack of character and give it name character stack and new stack, right? Now what we need to do, right? So as we just discussed, first of all we should verify whether we have open brackets or not, right? So if we have open bracket, right, so what we can do, we let us check all the conditions, all the open brackets, right? Ch equal this and ch equal this particular base, right? Or ch equal square base, right? Right, so what we need to do, we are going to push that into stack. So whenever we insert something into stack, that would be pushed at the top place, right? So push, right, and let us insert it. Now else, right? So for example, if we are getting a curly brace at starting place, right, so we should, meaning we can say that this is not a balanced parenthesis, right? So we can simply say, so what we can do, we can simply create one flag boolean is balanced, right, and make it true, right? So we will simply go here and is balanced will become false here, right? This is one thing, right? Also we need to put a break because we need to come outside from the loop, right? But now let us wait, right? So what we are doing, for example, we are getting this, right? So what will happen, this will be inserted into this particular stack, right? So this would be at top place, then the control will go to this particular thing. This is also open bracket, so control will again go to this stack, and now this square bracket will be inserted at top. Now this particular third bracket, which is also open bracket, control will go here and it will be stored here, right? So we will have one character stack which would have this at the bottom, then this at second place, and this particular open brace at the top level, right? So we are going to write one logic inside this particular else block, right? What is that logic? We are going to check whether ch equal close brace, right? So let us verify, right? So ch, if ch is equal to this particular close brace, right? So what we need to verify? We need to verify whether at top of stack we have similar open bracket or not, right? So let me write the same. So we are going to use character stack dot peak, right? So with character stack dot peak, we will get the top value, right, without removing it, right? So what we are doing, we need to verify whether this is an open brace. So if ch equal to this, so we are verifying that stack top should be this particular open brace, right? Now let us put OR condition because we need to verify for rest of the braces as well, right? So what we will do, ch equal, let us say square bracket. So we should have this particular square bracket, opening square bracket, right? And let us again put OR condition, and this time let us use this particular base, right? Why we are doing this? Because we are verifying that whether corresponding to whatever the character that we are getting, do we have entry at the top of stack or not, right? So let us try to understand, right? So what we are doing, if for example we got this particular thing, right, and we are at this place, right? Let us say we have inserted this, we have processed so far, right? So stack will have this at the top place. So as soon as control will go here, right? So what is going to happen? The control will come to this particular else block, and in this else block we have written one if, right? Inside if, we are verifying if ch is equal to this one. So in this case ch is going to be this one. So we are simply verifying whether stack contains its opening bracket or not. That is going to be true, right? Because stack top would be containing this one, right? Now what we are going to do, we are simply going to remove this particular entry from the stack. So we can use pop. So pop is a method to remove, peek is a method to get the top value without removing it, while pop is used to remove it, right? Okay, now what will happen from stack, as soon as we encountered this, we have verified that do we have corresponding open bracket in the stack, right? So we have simply removed this particular open bracket, right? Now what will happen is stack will have this particular entry at top, right? And the control will go to this particular close bracket, square bracket, right? So the control will come here and it will be here. So it will verify whether its opening bracket is this particular thing on the stack top, right? So if it is the case, it will remove it. Similarly, when the control will go to the last, so what will happen is in this case, this particular two things are removed so far. So stack will contain this as a top entry, right? Now the control is going to be here in the else block, right? And it will verify whether it is a closed brace. So it is a closed brace, so it is verifying the top of stack, right? So when it is verifying the top of stack, it is going to remove it, right? So this is how we are going to process, right? Now we need to put one more condition, right? So as soon as we are coming into else block, so we can verify one more thing, right? Whether the stack is empty or not, right? So character stack dot is empty, right? And we are going to use and condition here, and let us put rest of the condition in the brackets, right? So let me explain it, right? So what we are doing, if character stack is empty, right? So in that case also the control should go to else block. We need to negate this if it is empty. If it is not empty, only then we need to go inside this, because if stack is empty, we don't need to process this, right? So in else block, we need to simply put this particular information, right? Okay, now what we need to do, right? So we need to come outside this particular for loop, right? So for that purpose, I'll be going here, and here what we are going to do, we will first check if character stack dot is empty and is balanced, right? If these two are true, then we are simply going to print balanced parenthesis else not balanced parenthesis. Right, now let us try to execute this. So we got balanced parenthesis. Now let us verify with rest of the results. So let us say instead of this, let us close this with open bracket, right? This particular brace I mean. So in this case, we should get not a balanced parenthesis, right? Similarly, let me start it with some, let us say closing brace, let us say we start with this, right? And let us see. So in this case also we should get not balanced parenthesis, right? Because it is starting with a like closing brace, because in this case it will come here and simply the control will come here and it will check that this is a closed brace, right? But it won't have any entry corresponding to this of open bracket, right, in the stack. That's why the control will come here and it will check, it will make it as is balanced as false, and control will be broken, I mean, meaning the for loop will be broken, and control will come here and is balanced as false in this case. So that's why the control is going here, right? That's why, right? Let us revisit this particular program once again. So we have this input. So first of all, we converted this into character array. Then we traversed this particular character array using for loop. So first and foremost thing is we needed to verify whether we have open braces or not. If we have open braces, we simply pushed them into stack, right? And then what we did, like we went into, like, as soon as we encountered closed braces, we put two conditions. We are checking if we have closed brace, so we should have a corresponding entry in the stack at the top place, and as soon as we are encountering it, we are removing it from the stack, right? Likewise we did it for all the braces, right? And as a result stack will become empty, right? If it is not the case, if corresponding to any closed brace we don't have any entry at the top place in the stack, so in that case the control will come here and it will become is balanced false, and the loop will break, I mean, and outside the for loop we are simply checking whether the stack is empty, because at last the stack should be empty, because corresponding to each close bracket we are simply removing the open brace as well. So stack should become empty, and we are verifying if is balanced, right? So that should also be true, and as a result we are verifying this. So this is what I wanted to cover as part of this particular session. So please do like, share and subscribe. Thank you for watching.